Hey, what's up? It's Ray and Miguel from Teenage Bottlerocket. This is the Thailand Punk Social. We love Thailand. We want to go there and we want to shred. Let's make it happen. Teenage Bottlerocket, Thailand, 2026.
Remember in junior high, I had this gutter mouth shirt, and on the back of it was like kind of a stick figure drawing of a guy spreading his butt cheeks and showing his butthole. And I got away with wearing it all through junior high because none of my teachers looked close enough.
You want to answer this one?
My first punk shirt. Man, I don't remember. I have no clue. I do remember my girlfriend in high school had a white trash, two heaves, and a bean shirt. And she was definitely the only girl in Wyoming with a NoFX shirt in 1995. I don't know. Good job, Shanda. Well, that for me definitely was Green Day. My friend showed me Basket Case on Dookie. And from there, I got the Lookout catalog and got into Screeching Weasel and the Queers. And then from there, it was, into Propaganda and NoFX, Fat Record stuff. But it definitely all started with Green Day for me.
Yeah, I want to say Green Day too, but really, I think it was like those Punkorama comps on Epitaph that kind of gave us the feeling like, hey, we could do this. And also, I'm a little younger than Ray or whatever and Cody. And so I grew up watching Homeless Wonders and the Lillingtons. And so seeing kind of the older dudes in Wyoming had their bands and were doing stuff kind of set me and my friends on this, oh, we can do this too.
We were there. It was amazing. And we would always put on our friends' bands in Wyoming whenever they would tour through, and put on a bunch of bands in Laramie, including Fugazi, the Lawrence Arms, Groovy Ghoulies, and the Lillingtons, of course. So when we were living in Laramie, Wyoming, the scene in Laramie, Wyoming was thriving. But we've since moved to all over the world, Canada and Colorado. I was going to say primarily, but that's two different places. But yeah, it was awesome when we were there, and we still play there once a year in Casper and in Laramie around Brandon's birthday. So we try to keep the scene alive.
Nice. Yeah, Casper especially seems to be getting a lot of bands still coming through, and when we come through and play every year, it's ripping. It's a good show. We're both dads, and I think that the way it kind of comes into the rest of my life is I try to sort of set an example for my kids that you can kind of live how you want to live, and you can do the things that make you happy, and it doesn't really so much matter if other people understand it or not, just as long as you're kind of doing, something that speaks to you, right?
What he said. That's my son Milo. He's now 18 years old, and he went to Europe with us twice. That was his second time, and he is a great drummer. And punk rock's definitely been a huge part of his life, and just my raising him. He's just listened to independent music the whole way through. And it's come into play with his own band now. So, yeah, it's just inevitably it's gonna be a part of our parenting. I have not been to Thailand. I don't want to speak for Miguel, but I've been to a lot of places near Thailand. I've been to Kuala Lumpur. Is that near Thailand? I went to KL. I've been to Saudi Arabia. No. What do I know about Thailand? I like pad Thai. I'm cool with pad Thai. And everything I've heard about Thailand is amazing, and I want to go there so very badly. Let's set it up. Teenage Bottlerocket in Thailand.
I somehow have never been to Thailand, but been a lot of places. I have an uncle who lives in Bangkok. He was an ambassador for Mexico, and so when I was growing up, he lived in Hungary for a while. Then he lived in Paris for a while, and then he moved to Bangkok. And he's always inviting me and my wife to go. And I think that when the kids are a little older, we'll probably do that. But let's get there with the band first, right? Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, encourage the Thailand kids to ride this because we get a lot of emails from the Philippines.
Oh,
not a bunch from Thailand.
Yeah. And Indonesia.
Indonesia comes, correct.
Yeah. we hit Japan pretty regularly. And last time we were in Japan, we did a layover in Vietnam. And this stuff always circulates in our head, like, how can you make this a little longer? But you get the places that are established, and bands go often, and we go often. So it gets easy. So when you add a new element, you have to really have people you trust, right?
It's the Thailand Punk Social. That's what's going to bring everybody together over there. Then Bottlerocket's about to explode in Thailand.
Let's do it.